What's going on, people? Message retracted. Smile, my God. Oh, was I looking too serious just now? How you doing, Benjamin? I see you dropped. Did you drop two albums just now on Bandcamp? You kind of inspired me yesterday, and let me make. I want to make sure our audio is coming through. Sometimes, actually, yeah. Um, but do you release your music on both Bandcamp and all like the regular streaming services? Because I'm thinking about like I've only released one album on Bandcamp, but I'm thinking that that I should release them all, like the five subsequent ones that I've released since then, on on Bandcamp as well. Just because I love the idea of having people follow me there, support if they want. Like I know that you obviously know about that. Support if you want by buying the album, but then also uh, just getting that email. That's the thing. Hey, release a new album. Like no one knows that I released an album on all streaming platforms unless if they, you know, whatever, see my Instagram post or I text them or whatever. So I think that's a great place for awareness for sure. So I think I'm gonna maybe figure that out. But yeah, definitely. And I already have the infrastructure, so to speak, built on there. Um, but yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, and I've been thinking too the other day, like I released, would love for you to check it out. By the way, my an album that was fully produced and live performed and just made fully with the OPC. And after releasing that and listening to it, and just being really excited about it, I kind of got the itch to get back into the OPXY, which I haven't used in a very long time. And obviously, there's like a lot of new updates and stuff that came to it, so it kind of like re-inspired me in a way that I didn't feel about the OPXY, when I first got my hands on it. So I think I'm gonna really dive, excuse me, dive back in at some point in the near future. But yeah, let's keep it going here. That's funny you said smile. Yeah, I had the kids all day today, so I had like a long, you know, playful in the home kind of thing. So now just finally getting out of the house for a little bit to unwind a little bit. But yeah, I could see how I probably look serious. Yeah, and I haven't used this in a while actually. So I'm kind of like, let me see, like there's some thoughts with the move here before I get back into making music. Um, if the sounds were a little bit better, the sound selection were like a little bit better sounding, then this would be significantly more fun to use. It's already a lot of fun to use because in dialing sounds and figuring things out and stuff. But like going through the presets and discovering that like a lot of the preset sounds are not like that interesting sounding to me, is it takes me a little bit out of the flow. That's one thing that I noticed about this compared to say when I was checking out like the Machine Plus, for example. Like pretty much any kit you load up on the Machine Plus, you can load it up and you're like instantly presented with just like a super inspiring layout of, you know, I guess it's, yeah, 4x4, so 16 pads on there. And there's ways, I guess, to get some of those sounds imported here, but, and I guess, yeah, that's true too, to get my own my own drum kits and stuff. I guess there's a way to do that. It's more work and stuff, but anyway, let's get back to it. Yo, Big One Tower, what up, man? Push 3 is more intriguing and interesting. Dude, I'm so close to getting a push 3. Yeah, move didn't move me. Got you. Yeah, I'm so close to getting a push 3. And I hear you. I totally hear you on that. Um, yeah, sooner than later, I will have one. And I yeah, I know it's very heavy, especially the standalone one, but there's no reason why I can't sometimes throw it in my book bag and use it. I mean, I probably wouldn't take it out often to cafes and stuff. Sometimes I would, probably not like extremely often, but I can't do that, and I could see myself having it like right here. Like this is like 10 minutes, or not even. I'm sorry, not even 10. This is like 2 minutes from my house. It's like this place is opened up, so it's kind of like, yeah. So yeah, I'm very, very much inspired about that. But Move's workflow is unbelievable. The only thing about Move that I don't love is the sound selection. The workflow is so good on here. Being able to press a button to duplicate, or to, yeah, to duplicate and go to like the next pad, that's like significant. That's like a big, big, big deal. So it works really, really well. I love the workflow, I have to admit. But I think if you could live with the 2 hour battery, then yeah, for sure. But I think if you can live, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's true too. The battery life. I mean, I do have like where I'm sitting right here, for example, there's like an outlet right underneath me and stuff. Um, but yeah, but mostly to be used in the house and different areas of the house. And just like having 2 hour battery life is significantly, it's a game changer compared to say Machine Plus, for example, where that is not mobile, right? Machine Plus is standalone, and but I have to be plugged in somewhere, and that I'm not used to making music with anything that needs to be plugged into something. I'm not like I'm not used to having like needing to be tethered, so to speak, and so that's what takes me out of that a little bit, right? Um, but yeah, it's all good. I'm definitely figuring it out little by little, but yeah, yeah. Push three. Like I guess the latest update with that is I have, I think it's a 30-day loaner thing through Ableton that's definitely on the table for next month. But I don't even care about the loaner as much. Like I fully expect that I'm gonna love it. And so I requested a 50% discount through them, which they're discussing internally, I guess. And if they're able to do that instead of their standard 30% for artists, then it's on like Donkey Kong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm excited. Yeah, so we'll see. But let's go ahead and get this. Let's go ahead and get some more music going here. So like right now, for example, like the drums, this thing that I have going on here, which if I hit play, you're not gonna hear it. Only I'm gonna hear it. I have to get out of this talking thing. Yeah, I wish they could do 50%. Word, word. So okay, so you would get one for 50% off. You'd get one. Yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this drum pattern that I have going, it sounds dope to me. But now it's like, how much work needs to be done in order to build on this, get some melodic ideas and stuff. So like using the sounds that are on here, but then also the fact that I'm using a like pads to make music as opposed to keyboard, right? Obviously, push is pad based, of course, as well. But yeah, just leaning into what this is and just kind of trying to have fun with it. So let's keep it going. I used the circuit. That's cool. What was your experience with it? I'd never used one before. Novation circuit you're talking about, right? I don't know too much about it, but I know that I know that I think it looks a little bit like this, right? Form factor wise. Yo, what's up, Cresthead? So you said I take my KO2 down to Costa Coffee and McDonald's quite a bit, and when hey, that's dope. Yeah, yeah. So I actually just was for the first time in a long time using my medieval. I haven't. I just never really wrapped my brain around like the workflow and stuff. But recently, I was just kind of wanted to check it out. It was like on my shelf for several months now. Maybe something to do with the fact that I just released an album and like that's out to the world now. So now I'm feeling like a little bit more, yeah, inspired to make, and create, and experiment and stuff. So I'm still like learning it. Excuse me. One thing that I'm super curious about. I don't know if we'll get it. I doubt it, but maybe. When this came out, the USB-C port on here did not handle USB audio at all, right? It was just for connecting to your computer and stuff. But now, as is the case with what we have going on right now, I'm connected to you guys to my phone, which is the USB-C cable, and this handles two-way audio. So if the Medieval and the KO2 were to get that, that would be kind of a great, yeah, for sure it is. It's amazing. That would be really a big deal for me to be able to use it as a sampler and kind of dive into it a little bit more. But in the meantime, I just threw some batteries in there and yeah, just like learning the workflow a little bit. And I've been having fun with it personally. Tell me about the Seek track a little bit. Yamaha Seek track. I don't know much about it. Um, at some point, I probably could see myself checking that out. I haven't heard too many people talk about it. I'd actually be interested in knowing from people that have the OPZ, which may or may not be you, or big fans of the OPZ like myself and my man D Roots and Soul Lift Music and stuff. These are people who are like super fans of the OPZ. I'd be curious to know if any of those people, or yourself if you have one, what they think about the Seek track. Uh, but yeah, let's get back to it. Appreciate you guys being here. Eventually, I'll bring like a way to not have to stop the music and stuff in order to chat with you guys. But I want to interact a little bit too. Burton says, "Hey bro, I'm from the UK. Hey, welcome. I'm a rapper producer, and me and my homie recorded the verses for a song tonight. It's all my own song. Was wondering if you want to listen and see what you think." Um, yes, I would be down to listen. I can't listen to it right now during the live stream, um, but on my community tab through your phone or your mobile device on my YouTube channel, that would be a place for you to drop a link. You don't have to comment on someone else's. You can just drop a link. Yo, Burton from the live stream, here's the link for my song or whatever. And I definitely will be down to check it out. And speaking of that, I'm glad you mentioned that. That is a thing that I think I would, I mean, not I think, I know I would enjoy doing, which is listening to people's music in live streams. And even as I'm saying it, just thinking out loud for a sec, using my TP7 to listen to people's music in the live stream and talk about it and then remix it on the fly. That might be something that I get going. I'm just again thinking out loud for a second. So like if I were to do this at home, for example, versus out and about. If I do this at home, I could have everything routed in a way where I could hear. I can have, whatever you got, however you guys submit it, Google Drive or wherever you're submitting it from, and then I can hear the music, and then I could record the music onto the TP7 or parts of it onto the TP7, or I could even record them. I can have them in the TP7 in advance. That probably makes sense. Like each episode is like 10 songs, 10 submissions or something to start with, and I have them all already on the TP7. And then I'm just going track by track, listening to, giving the person a shout out, and then if I feel so inclined to like pitch shift it and remix it a little bit like I did in my latest video. That would be kind of fire. All right, so Burton says, "Sweet, I'll do that right now. It's still needing a hook put onto the song, but the verses are down. Also, I like your ideas for live. I left. All right, fire. So I'll look out in the community tab um, right after the live stream, and I'll check it out. And then if this becomes an idea that I don't talk about, be excited about, and then just push to the wayside, this could be something that I think will be a lot of fun. I just may need to just do it and not even wait for it to be perfect. Just be like, yo, Monday nights, 9 o'clock, whatever time it is, right? And just like, or maybe even just do one or something. I'll figure it out. But yeah, let's get back to some music. I'll definitely look out for your thing, for your submission. All right, let's get it. Yo, Tony, what up, bro? I tune in and you can use my music as much. Yeah, that's fire. Okay, so yeah, say less. I'm gonna do that. I know Timbaland does that, and huge scale. Obviously, has I don't know hundreds of people, thousands, whatever, and it's entertaining. I've watched a few of his, and it's like I, it's entertaining and it's thrilling as a creative for to have someone at his level talk about music that you made and get critique it and stuff and maybe you know like joke about how bad it is or how good or whatever the case is. But then I see people like Accurate Beats, for example. I had no idea he was doing live streams like this, but he's doing like 3 hour or 2 hour like live streams every week or something. I think I have to hit him up to check in with him. Um, but it's yeah, it's just an idea that I had for a while. And I think it'd just be a lot of fun. Yeah, Tony, there's a new cafe that opened up, man, like 2 minutes from my house. It's called Safwa, and it's pretty sick. It's amazing that it's so close, and its staff is great, coffee's great, vibes are immaculate. It's cool, man. I hope they don't get annoyed or like that I just come here and just make music. I'm sure they don't. I just, it's a yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I really like it. You like the Move over KO2? Hey, great question. So I don't have the KO2. I only used it a little bit. But I can speak to the Move over the Medieval. And hmm, I'm still learning the Medieval. I was just mentioning that I started using it today for the first time, or this couple days ago for the first time in a while. Um, I like, I love the workflow of Move. I'll say love. I think the workflow on this thing is insanely good and well thought out. So that's the first thing. The sounds on this are not great for me. I don't love the sounds on the Move. Some of them are great, and a lot of them are ones that I don't see myself really using. But I'm leaning into tweaking said sounds and presets and using the functions that are on here to kind of shape sounds to something more akin to what I could use. So that's been a fun experience. Um, and I'm trying to think. Medieval, yeah, the jury's still out on how much I enjoy that. I'm still figuring it out. I can't really speak to it too much, but I am excited about. Like I was between bringing that or bringing this today to use. I haven't. It's been a few days since I've used this, and I mean, I really both of them. I mean, really both pieces of hardware are just really, I think, nice looking. Like this is just a vibe. Like I just feel inclined when I load this up in this page with the colors and my coffee here. So in a cafe, a nice background to just like take a picture of it and just take the moment in kind of thing. I don't know. Can you put your own sounds on the Move? Yes, you can. Keys, bass, etc. I know you can do drums. Yeah, you can. So let's hmm, let's try that right now a little bit. Right, you could put your own sounds via the microphone, and you could also sample via USB-C. Um, but I feel as though like sample management is going to be a thing, right? So like if I were to sample some really great synths or great, iPad sounds and iPad apps and stuff that I have, and I have them on here. I mean, it's not multi-samples, I don't believe, but you can still sample and you can, get sounds in. from that moment, if you want to use it again, it's not that fun or intuitive to have to go to like this sample menu in order to, find the sample that you need. I mean, there is a website that you could like label samples and stuff with, but I don't know. Yeah, still figuring that out. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with this for now. Appreciate you guys being here as well. Yo, what's up, man? Benjamin says the Ableton told me no on the 50%. So they got back to you, but that's okay. So yeah, and the 20% thing that you said, I was aware of that too. The Black Friday thing, which is pretty good. But you got to just evaluate what is, whether it is or like what is worth it or not. Ben Park, my man, what's going on? Thanks for Hey man, I appreciate the comment on the video too. That was a fun one to make, and yeah, you kind of inspired me to get back into that stuff. I feel like we may be two of the only, like, two of the few people who are interested in doing that specific thing. And on the TP7, I think maybe in a subsequent video, because I was doing some OP4 stuff today, and I'm just like, just doing this, two buttons, and doing like that whole setup versus doing this. It's one of them is like just a lot more fun to do, and a lot more inviting, I feel. But yeah, how you feeling about the Osmo Pocket? Does it make you? Dude, great question. Great question. Let's talk about the Osmo Pocket. So like a few things about it. One, I've been really loving it as my in-home webcam content creating machine for a few reasons. Like my latest video, I'm using that device and I have it on a little mini tripod that it comes with, and I'm doing stuff on my desk that typically, if any other camera was on my desk and I was doing that, the camera would be shaking. Osmo Pocket with the gimbal, there's no shake at all in the video, and that's maybe a minor thing, but it's kind of major in terms of like the finished product and not having to have, necessarily a huge tripod overhang thing for my content. That makes the room more functional but less fun to be in, right? Because now it's like a studio for creating and not a nice ambient vibe kind of thing, right? So that's a huge thing for one. They also have like an update on there that has what is it called? D-Log for color correcting, and um, and LumaFusion has an update that has like Osmo LUT. So the long and short is using those together for editing the video and post. It makes the video just look so good. So like that is amazing for me. Um, Using my small gear like I did in that video with the TP7 and the mixer, it felt right. I haven't done that in quite a while. So that's the first thing. In terms of vlogging more, yes and no. So right now, because like I don't have the Osmo with me, right? So right now I'm using my phone. The Osmo is at home. I can easily just pop it off that setup easily and just take it with me when I am vlogging. Um, Vlogging is one of those things where I don't know. I, like I put out a vlog the other day, 60 something views. It wasn't an amazing vlog. It was just a vlog of like a day in the life, me and my kids, and then me doing some music stuff and me tutoring, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, I don't know. Like I do kind of enjoy doing it, but I also don't enjoy doing it that much. I don't know. I think this is hopefully answers the question. I think that a product that I'm really excited about and really intrigued about is when they come, and Meta has this already, but I'm looking more for like something that's not tied to Facebook, but like if I could be wearing glasses right now, for example, and easily and seamlessly be able to just capture a moment when I'm walking up and placing my order, and when this is happening, when that's happening, just have the glasses on like the whole day. That would make vlog, and so that would be the first thing, and then the second thing is a way to using AI or using something to be able to like get that whole day's worth of content into, I don't know, press a button, it turns it into a 1 minute or 3 minute or 5 minute vlog, and then I'll put my music over it. Something like that that's seamless, that's something I can get behind. That type of thing doesn't exist exactly yet, I don't think, like to the level that I want it to. But once that does become a thing, that's going to make vlogging a lot like that's when I'll get excited about it. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, have fun. Let's tech lesson option scrolling more, making less. Damn, that's from well before. I'm trying to think what we were talking about. Use whatever clicks with you. There's not one solution. You can add your own musical samples. Nice, man. Thanks for that answer. Definitely person. Hey, good for you, man. Yeah, I would hook you up and sell you. I mean, you probably don't want I have the Pocket 2 that's just sitting in the my closet, just I'm not going to use it again. Basically, there's no need to use it. But I suspect you're more into the 3, which would make, I think, make more sense. But I don't know if you're on a budget. You can hit me up on that if you're interested. Left message on the Patreon chat with myself. Hey, dope. So Patreon. Okay, so there's another thing. Patreon, super inactive on Patreon as of late. That's another one of these idea things that, is it Patreon or is it YouTube community? Either way, now that I know that you dropped it over there, I'll definitely check it out. But check out the YouTube community thing too. I think that's a place that, since we're on this platform already, that it would be cool to, cultivate the follow-ups from YouTube live streams right on YouTube community. Okay, that was a lot of talking. Let's get back to some music. Yo, what up, Gossant? I just got a Michael Korg for $10 from the secondhand store. I got so lucky. Damn, that's wild. That's pretty cool. Congrats on that, man. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yo, what's up, extraterrestrial? Found a really bad quirk on the push 3. Okay, when you press session view or clip view mode, it doesn't switch in the Ableton software. With push 1 and push 2, it always switch. Huh, that's interesting. So when you press, you're talking about the controller, I guess, because you're connected to Ableton in your example, and you're saying like, because I don't have a push 3 yet, so I'm not as familiar, but you can switch between views on the controller or the standalone, and you're saying like when you're connected to your computer with Ableton Live, it does not also switch to the subsequent view that you're switching to, so that you could look up there and just see. Yeah, that's interesting. I would not be happy with that either. Um, they're gonna have to figure that out. They're gonna have to figure that out. Hey, appreciate the sub, man. Miles and Godson, appreciate you. That's a big so that exactly is the issue, right? As you can see me fumbling around here, getting the samples on here is so much easier now that this supports USB-C audio. But how do we now like get some type of Ableton simpler light or something like it on here? How do we, like, for example, get that to be, how do we get that to be a perfect loop, first of all? And then how do we time stretch it or whatever? That's the challenge that this has right now. Not even challenge. That's what makes this not the perfect device. And I'm gonna make a video on this very very soon. If you guys watched my latest video, I talked about, kind of hinted at like one of the upcoming videos that I'm gonna be talking about some specific things that can come to Move. There's about eight or nine, and these are like all I think very very doable. Um, but yeah, if these things find their way to Move, not all at one in one, at one at the same time, but like little by little, um, it will be crazy to be able to do what we're talking about. However, I did talk about, and I might actually go to a new track and kind of get started with this. I did talk about how there was a time where time stretching and warping and stuff wasn't a thing, right? That technology wasn't around several decades ago when people first started getting into sampling. So for me, as someone who, I don't do sample-based production really that much at all, um, it's fun to do and to chop samples and all that. It's like I definitely enjoy it, but there's the legal things that you need to jump through in order to copyright claims and all that kind of stuff. And so it's just a fun thing to do for now, at least. But even so, it would be cool for me to be able to lean into the fact that this doesn't have some of those features, and like let me learn how to do what I want to be able to do using just the, not even rudimentary, but just the things that this has available to it at this time. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to go back into here, and then I'm going to start a new project and try to get like some kind of decent loop going with that sample that we just heard playing just now. I think I just figured out what WSG means because you're the second person who said it. What's good? How are you? Good to see you, man. That's good, man. Yeah, see, I immediately get out of the mix when I'm like the sampling. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need that to just come here, and then it just turns into some next level type of gear. But let's keep going with other stuff with this set that I'm working on. So that makes kind of sense. Yeah. So this doesn't have tap tempo per se, but the other thing that actually this does have, and I'm going to try it again, and I talked about it in another video too. It almost kind of works, but not really. Is the capture button, because you could get tempo detected with the capture MIDI button when you have a brand new project going. You should be able to get a tempo, a tap tempo simulated type thing going. If that makes sense with the sample. I'm gonna try a new project and see if it works. It doesn't work exactly the way that I wanted to, like in my experimentation before, but I want to see if it could work now with you guys here. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so pressing and holding the sample and then letting go could kind of get you there. And then obviously this is not exactly where it needs to be. So now we have the option of either micro adjusting the tempo or micro adjusting the pitch of the sample and to see if we can get a perfect loop. So let's try it. I agree, but this is kind of good what I just did, right? So this is me. I'm gonna maybe lean into this a little bit now. This is kind of it, right? I'm gonna do this like a few times with a few, I guess, different new projects in the bottom right. I don't have too many blank projects to do this with, because you kind of need a blank project in order to do what we need to do. Or I could just delete this and like just get some repetitions in, right? So that kind of works. Pressing and holding, letting go, hitting capture. It gets you close to where it needs to be. And then I just made a micro adjustment. Now this sounds to me like a perfect loop. Sorry. Now, after this is done, damn, my battery's like on low right now. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll do something about that momentarily. Now that this is where it needs to be, now, before I even do it, oh shit, oh, that's unfortunate. Before I do anything about this, yeah, you got it, right? See what I'm doing here? I'm gonna check out some of the sample playback effects now that this is perfect to see what I can do with that. And then I'm going to try to copy that pad to like the bottom four and Now that the tempo is right, let's experiment a little bit. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, I don't know if any of those effects are exciting to use, so I'm gonna do the other thing. I'm gonna like copy that sample to like the next four and do it out chopping or something. Let's explore. Yeah, so that wouldn't work. Um, Copying. Wait, let me think. You want the full. I'm trying to see something. Why it's. Hang on, let me just see something.
Party girls, don't get hurt. Party girls, don't get hurt. Can't feel anything when we're like Lauren. Party girls, don't get hurt. Can't feel anything.
Can you say hi, everybody? Sometimes I can't listen. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Wrong with my mind, what's come over me?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? So like just getting some small tweaks. Um, yeah, I heard the MPC keys like is insane. Obviously, wouldn't have that here. So it's kind of it's like there's so many different ways, to make music. So many different ways out there. And so you guys have a good point, right? So like using this thing here and trying to sample with this may not, it can sample, but it may not be smart to do too much of that, um, until it gets some meaningful sample updates, which it can get because again, you can sample like crazy on like the push 3. So they know how to implement that stuff. They have simpler, they know how to do that type of thing. And so I believe that it'll get some of that type of feature set in here. When it does, then it's like I said, it becomes something totally different. But doing what I'm doing right now, it's not really that fun. It's more work, more exploration, right? And when you're kind of using this to kind of get ideas started, the whole idea is the other stuff that I was doing, like on the first half of this live stream. So I say all that to say, um, I'm not sure what the XSE is. You guys can let me know. I'm kind of curious about that. And also, Ken, I know you're into Core Gadgets, so they came out with a new update today or yesterday or something, with a new drum gadget that's free, and it's pretty dope. It's like a acoustic drum type thing. Definitely worth checking out. It's a flagship. Oh, okay. Like the older one with like the tilt screen. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that thing looks crazy. I'm sure. Yeah, word. Gadget is super dope. Um, gotcha. Cool. Yeah. One thing with Gadget is that I kind of want, like, I just wish there was better interoperability with purchases between iPad and laptop Gadget. Like, I paid the money for, like, the MacBook version of Gadget, and I feel like I should have access to all those same gadgets on the iPad, but I don't. And I don't want to pay $10 a pop for like these several other gadgets that I have. So that kind of takes me out of like the mix a little bit. But I don't know. Neither here nor there. I'm gonna get a few more ideas started here and then get ready to wrap up. Charge my phone. Maybe do another live stream at some point. Maybe. All right, guys. I think I got to get ready to dip. My battery's about to die. But appreciate y'all hanging out. I have a mini log. I see you can't decide if I like it or not. Yeah, always cool talking gear and stuff with you guys. And it's just nice. Yeah, have like a little chat room thing going on. People could just hang out and chat. I can interact with y'all, make some music, answer some questions, get inspired, etc. So appreciate you guys being here, and yeah, look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. All right. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and the journey continues. The exploration continues. Yeah, we'll see you later.